You already finished the book. Now, give me a character analysis of this lawyer guy. Go.
So Atticus is middle-aged and has a family. His wife died, but he has 2 children, Scott and Jem, and he's very true, like sort of straightforward with his children, and he tells them he talks to them like he would to an adult. Like an example would be that he tells Scout about like Mr. Walter Cunningham's entailments, and he tries to be as fair as possible, like whenever he can. Like when he was really good at shooting before, but he stopped shooting because he thought he had an unfair advantage over the animals. So then so that shows that he was a person for fairness and equality. And throughout the book, you can see it again and again, like in the court case when he was fighting for Tom Robinson. You could see that he really wanted like the white community to see that the blacks and whites were equal, and that Tom shouldn't be like prejudiced because he was black. And Atticus also stands out among all the men because he fights for what he feels is right, and even if the whole community doesn't agree with him. And that happened in the Tom Robinson case. And he believes that like if he doesn't do his best to for something he believes in, then his credibility and his like job would all be like or all non-existent, because he didn't like fight in what he believed in. And yeah,
Finish your statement. Now, roasting time. First roasted by Patrick. Patrick, you are going to add anything he missed. That's number 1. Number 2, you're going to give him a grade from 0 to 10 and tell me why.
Okay. No, I want to say add on to like him being very straightforward with his children. He wants to raise his children differently and like prevent them from catching Maycomb's usual disease, like the the segregation is sort of ideal and many other people. He wants them to think as sort of other people not treat. He wants his children to treat other people as being equals, more equals with one another than many of the other people, Macomb's people. And for, what was it? He uses Mr. Walter Cunningham's entailment as an ideal, sort of like it, like sort of this idea of,
Good job. Good job. Very good. So you haven't been prepared for my roasting style and you already respond this much. That's already admirable. Now, give him a grade. On why?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Wow. Okay, I don't know yet, but let's take up your pen. I will add my observation of this person. Number 1, none of you mentioned about his family history. Anybody can add something about his family history, where he come from, where his ancestor come from, and what social class was his ancestor, where the family come from, and why that influenced him. Go, try it.
So there, no, me. Okay, so I'm pretty sure his earliest answer came over from Great Britain, I believe.
Yes.
He was like his answer was kind of like I want to say strict.
Chapter 1 mentioned about Battle of Hastings. Anybody can tell me anything about the Battle of Hastings? Go, Patrick.
Oh, just about the Battle of Hastings.
Yeah.
The battle itself. Oh, it was when like the English king of the Saxons, I believe, Harold Godwinson.
Good job. Keep on going.
In the year 1066.
Hey, where do you get it from? Video game? Oh, the history book.
Well, no,
Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
I kind of read about it from some places.
Wow, pretty cool. I learned this from my son. He played video game. That's video game fun called 1066.
106.
That's the Battle of Hastings. Hey, who is the invader?
It was the leader of the Normans from this area called Normandy and I want to say northwestern France.
Yeah, good job, good job. Who is the leader? Who was the leader?
No, it was something that William the Conqueror. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That name appeared in Alice in Wonderland, right? William the Conqueror. The English history is so dry. Why the book mentioned about that in the chapter 1? Because Southern gentlemen, the Southern gentleman class take their heritage very seriously. And then somebody tell me more about his family history. Go.
And then, like after that, his answer moved over to Finch's Landing, where
good job.
He's ended up sort of like he had like sort of Christian. He followed his Christian his Christian branch, his branch of Christianity. He learned that from like his teacher, but he sort like ignored some of the teachings when he reached like Alabama, and he decided to hire some slaves against the teachings of his teacher.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Kevin, question: which religious group? Of course, they are Christians. Which religious group they identify with?
What is it?
I don't know this one.
It's not Catholics. Is it
Protestant?
Is it Protestant? No.
Everybody in the United States except Catholics are Protestants, so you cannot use that big, broad name. Are they Baptist? Yes or no? Are they Baptist?
Oh.
You guys never lived in the American South, so it's not your fault. Both of you write it down.
I don't think so.
They are not Baptist. Write it down. Both of you write it down. They are not Baptist. They are most likely Methodist. 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 Which is the people who emphasize on rational thinking more, rather than the Baptists who use emotion, the foot washing Baptist, right? The so-called foot washing Baptist. And in the American South, these are famous group, very strong, a lot of members, and usually the lower undereducated class. Lower, write it down, lower undereducated class, which including their pastors. These people who make the sermons, but they have tens of thousands of followers, have strong power. But the educated people, the doctors, the lawyers, a lot of become the Methodist. Okay, these are the educated people we're talking about. Hey, what is the little brother's job? Tell me, Patrick.
Oh, he is a doctor.
Medical doctor. Why? One is a lawyer, the other medical doctor. What happened? Why their family produced one lawyer, the other is medical doctor? Why? Tell me.
Well, I think his like younger brother wanted sort of work for what money more.
Aha. That's right.
He made a lot of money off being a doctor, and then Atticus, I think he kind of wanted to follow what he.
Patrick, show your face. Your face is cut into two, so you move to his direction. Yeah. That doesn't look good. Cut into two, and do you want to be a medical doctor, Patrick?
Not really.
What do you want to do with your life? Just
I want to do something with computers.
Something IT dudes, right?
Something like that.
Okay. Here is my observation about the book. Ask you guys again. What is Finch family's social situation before the Civil War and during the Civil War? What happened?
They were sort of aristocrats, right?
Yeah, very prominent, very important.
Yeah, they had a lot of money. They didn't have a ton. They weren't like super high up in the social class, but they're pretty wealthy. They owned some slaves. They had like a plantation and some stuff.
Beautiful. Good job. Both of you are actually very good. What happened during the Civil War?
They lost most of their wealth.
Yeah, they lost most of it.
Yes, in the book they used the understatement called the small little social disturbance. That's the original word, social disturbance. That's not social disturbance. It's complete upheaval. The privileged class completely lose their control of society, and very permanent family can become redneck in one generation. Make sense? They are very rich. When they are very rich, they don't get educated because, why do I need to do people do the hard labor for me? Some very permanent southern family, their descendants become illiterate underclass. But their family, the Finch family, what do? Write it down. Their children improved, regained their social situation through what? Education. Because at that time, when the literacy rate was write it down, when the literacy rate was very strong in the southern society, when being a lawyer and being a medical doctor mean tremendous struggle, even for the rich family. But these are the people who lost their fortune, who lost their social standing, but they regain it through law and medicine. In order to earn social respectability, write down. If nothing else, the Finch family, write down, are respected. They are educated people. They are respected people. They are so-called social conscious. They are the intellectuals. They are the intellectuals who represent the conscience of the decent people, the decency of the white society, the social conscience of the white society. And you guys didn't mention the other things, even though Kevin did a very good job to talk about his defense of Tom Robinson, but you didn't mention this very important fact. Write down, put down in your essay in the future. He expected to lose. Oh, yeah. He expected his defense of Tom Robinson will lose. But he still put 100% of his time, which is money, energy, and emotion into defending a 100% sure losing course.
Right.
So that is his courage and respectability come from. Patrick, your comment.
Oh, I have a little question. So didn't he do all this sort of like to show that to the rest of society that the evils were like completely untrustworthy or something, or destroy their last credibility?
Yes and no. He talk about he don't want to destroy the white society. He want them to think. He want them to reflect on their prejudice. Okay, all he want to do is to basically he loved his people. He loved the white community. He don't want to kill the white community. He don't want to overthrow them. He want them to change. Yes, even though right now, even though in a very small scale. Even though, so he and his friends take comfort in the fact, write it down, the fact that the jury gave a verdict of death penalty to Tom Robinson, but the jury didn't give the decision in 5 minutes. The jury actually deliberated, the big word, right? The process of deliberation, they talk for a long time. Remember, take into consideration that the jury decision process is a closed door process. Only 12 jury, all of them are white, making the decision of Tom Robinson's life and death. Make sense? In the normal time, it will take 1 minute. If this is 20 years earlier or 30 years earlier, 100 years earlier, there won't be any trial. What will happen, Kevin? Lynch. He will be burned to death or hung on the nearest tree. They called, you will be high on the nearest tree. There won't be any trial because why? The trial takes money, all right? The taxpayer have to pay for the legal process. The legal process usually are long and expensive, and who is paying for it? The people, taxpayer, usually are the white population because they have the money to pay. Make sense? So he take into consideration that it is a success for him that the jury deliberate the death penalty for a long time. So that's why you work for a cause that you know it will lose. That shows his character and courage. So if you write an essay, put into this detail, your essay will have what? Depths. Write it down. That's what I want to work with both of you because you do have the potential. Okay, Patrick, not only you have the potential to do your IT stuff, maybe 10 times better than me already, because I failed my C++ coding class way back, last century. Okay, before you were born, maybe. Yeah, I failed my C++ class. So you will be thinking, oh, but I want to bring depth to your literature and history, philosophical analysis for both of you. Make sense? So now this roasting finished. We will have another round of other roasting.